Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're enjoying what you're doing today. If you're back at work, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I've had to even bring up that you're having the Tuesday work day. Look, just get through it. Keep doing your thing. And we've got a game day today. Spurs are playing tonight. And like probably most Spurs fans, I actually look forward to Spurs games at the moment, which is something that I've not said for a little while, so it's nice. I give you an update around the Spurs game that's coming up tonight, the Cup game against Fulham. I will be doing a preview later on today. Basically, I want to see more team news come out and sort of give you an idea of what's really going on. So that is coming out a little bit later. Again, I would apologise for the gym fit, but to be honest, I think you're all just kind of used to the fact that I sometimes come in straight from the gym and do a video. So, you know, I'm trying my best. But in this video, more importantly, we're talking transfers, we're talking Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Sergio Reguilón to potentially Man United. Bit of a weird one, but we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll also talk about the update around the Spence deal to Leeds United, which is soon to get here we go'd, which is quite exciting. So let's talk Højbjerg, let's talk Reguilón. So, if you're not really aware, Man United left-back Luke Shaw recently injured himself. He's going to be out for a little while, and you know, they do need some depth there because they've got Malacia, I don't really know how to say his last name, but that's their now left-back starter, right? But they do need a backup to him. And of course, they also loaned out Brandon Williams. So they are now sitting there with only one left-back. You need two, right? They also have been looking for a midfielder to play alongside Casemiro because as much as I like Eriksen, I like Bruno, you know, they're not holding midfielders. They can't really play in the two. McTominay, it's just a bit mid, really. It's just nothing, you know. But obviously they moved on from Fred this summer as well, so they need to get another body in to replace Fred. So they're looking at Højbjerg and they're looking at Reguilón. So this came out a few days ago and I thought, even though it's a good source talking about it, I was going to wait for at least one other big boy to talk about it. So the first guy to talk about it, I think, was Samuel Luckhurst in the Manchester Evening News, I think it was. I think that's who he works for. I sometimes get those mixed up. And he talked about how, you know, because of the Shaw issue, because obviously Fred moving on, they're looking at replacements. So then Fabrizio Romano's come in with that sledgehammer that I always kind of look out for. And he said that Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has a chance to leave Tottenham Hotspur in case they negotiate a good proposal. I'm going to come back to that in a second. He was discussed as an option for Manchester United. They have not started concrete negotiations, okay? I think we kind of noticed that because he's been on the bench, he's actually been used, which, you know, if a player's leaving, you don't use him, right? I think Ange can see the benefit of Pierre Højbjerg. He can see the benefit of why he'd had him. And actually, he came on against Bournemouth, and I thought he actually played quite well. Intercepted the ball, won the ball quite a lot, didn't really do anything stupid. I think he kind of looked at Lascelles and was like, if I give him the ball, he can be the creative force and then Skip and I can hold the fort, which I think they did that magnificently well. So fair play on that. He's never going to be a guy that drops a stinker, right? I always look at it like Ben Davies. He's never going to be a guy that drops a stinker. And occasionally he'll have that 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 game. But it's just always sort of 6.5, 7 out of 10. Like he's good, but he's never going to blow your socks off, right? And we all know that Atletico Madrid are still in for Højbjerg, but obviously they're in their league kind of having the issue of, well, how much money is he going to really cost? You know, wages, can we afford him? I've watched Atletico Madrid when I was on holiday, and I thought they don't need Højbjerg because they don't really play attacking football already, and they've already got the midfielders for that. You know, but regardless, it's definitely something that if Man United were going in for him, and I'm just talking Højbjerg, I'll come to Reguilón in a second. If they were coming in for him, which I do think he's on their list of interest because they know what they're going to get from him. They know he's Prem proven, he's 28, so he's going to give you a good few years still. They need a guy in that midfield alongside the Casemiro, or to at least give Casemiro a bit of depth because Casemiro's not going to be able to play 60 games this season. As much as I rate Casemiro, no one really plays 60 games a season. I remember Oscar did it, and it looked like he nearly killed him. Pedri the same. Pedri looked like he aged 10 years just after one season at Barcelona. So for them, it makes sense. For us, we know that Man United have money, and we know they're willing to take all of his wages. So that is a good thing. but we're going to want 30 million if Man United are coming knocking, right? Now, the issue is, if you do move on from Højbjerg, do you get a replacement? Yes. For me, yes, but it will be more of a number 8 instead of a number 6. I think Skippy will become a number 6 behind Basuma. You've got Madders and Giovanni Lo Celso as 1-8. You've got Pape Matar as the other 8. Højbjerg is the backup to that number 8. So therefore, you would need someone to come in and fill in that role. Who that would be, I don't know. It's getting to the end of the season, at the end of the window now, where you're starting to go, who is it going to be, actually? You know, it's Bentancur. That's why they don't mind. Because I know one of you, you know who you are, called me up in my last video when I was talking about midfielders, and I forgot to mention our best midfielder in Bentancur. But yeah, he's still a little while away. You could get by with sort of 5 midfielders until he comes back, and then you can start giving him 5, 10, 15 minutes here and there, building him up into, you know, a 90-minuter. So there's that. Now, obviously, Reguilón was talked about as being a option for Man United. For me, I don't think he'd be sold to Man United. I just think it'd be a loan deal. They wanted him before he came to Spurs, and he chose Spurs over us. He, for all purposes, is Prem proven. He's decent. Again, you're never going to blow your socks off, but decent. They would take his loan, like his wages, in terms of they'd pay for his wages. Again, Man United definitely can afford his wages. If we can, Man United definitely can. And yeah, we'd get a couple of million out of the loan deal. And to be honest, if he plays at Man United, he gets a little bit more exposure. Makes it maybe easier for a sale next summer. I don't know. I know you'll tell me. But let's talk Djed Spence, because this is a deal that is live and happening. So Djed Spence is set to join Leeds United on loan with a deal from Tottenham. Agreement has been reached today between the two clubs. This is this morning from Fabrizio Romano. £1 million loan fee, and then player basically has to give the green light to it. And I think he's probably going to give it a day or two, see if there's any other deals that maybe tickles his fancy. If not, he's going off to Leeds, which, big club, going to be good in the Championship, you would think. Famous last words. I've obviously spoken about this deal. I'm not going to talk about it that much now, but it's another one that we're moving out the door. And that's the important thing. We're starting to get those players out the door. It's taken a very long time, longer than it should have, in my opinion. But at least we're starting to see that pushing towards the door motion. I do think there'll be players who have their contracts ripped up and moved on, but at least we're getting some updates on that. To give you an update around videos for the rest of the day, guys, I do have obviously that match preview of the Fulham game coming out later into the afternoon. Kind of waiting, just a bit more team news, basically. I will also have a transfer update video, because we do have some more updates. Some pretty interesting ones around Brennan Johnson and Davinson Sanchez. So you're going to want to know about them, I promise you. Obviously, there probably might not be one this evening, because obviously Spurs play this evening. So we'll see how we go for today. And yeah, we'll sort of see what happens. But anyway, guys, let's end the video. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Hit me in the comment section below around the Højbjerg-Reguilón situation to Man United. Would you be happy if they both went? What do you think we get? What are the sort of deals that we're looking at? You let me know about that. You happy about Djed Spence to Leeds as well? You know what to do. Hit me below. I want to have that conversation with all of you. And you know I always try and respond to each one of you. I try my best. All right. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're so close to 1,300. It'd be really nice to get there quickly. And obviously subscribe to the, hit the bell notification more, because there's more videos to come today already. Anyway, guys, let's end the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.